Hello everybody and welcome back to another unboxing today. We will be unboxing these two aircraft that I just got from Prairie Diecast. So excited for this unboxing. These are going to be two huge assets, especially this one, which I am so excited about because, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but one of my favorite aircraft is the Embraer E175. And of course it is, you know, the logo of the channel with the United Express E175. That is an Evo Blue livery, but the tail of the E175 with the tower, MSP airport tower, in the background. So that is very exciting to now have a model of the E175. I had an E170, but the E175 is even cooler. So yeah, we'll do that one. We'll do that one second. But we'll start with the American 737-800, which I did need another American 737-800 model because we're getting so many of them at MSP, and I didn't really have enough of them. So here's another one. So this one was definitely lobbied by Connor from Red River Aviation because he's always boasting about how gorgeous this model is. So we're gonna put that to the test today, and we're gonna see how nice this model right here is. It is an NG model, so I mean that means it's already going to be the nicest model ever. So let's get this out of the box. So first, before we do that, we'll go over the box. So it's the design of the tail with the red and white stripes of the American flag, because after all, it is American Airlines. So that's kind of what we got going on here. We have the 737-800 up there, NG model logo. There's the aircraft. And then it is a standard NG box, pretty much, other than that. So we have the aircraft there, American Airlines logo, and, you know, you get it from there. And here's the back of it. So, yeah, let's get this thing out of the box here. And there will be a collector's card inside, so there is that. Nice to add some points. So maybe I can get another model when NG opens up their portal again, but we'll see, I guess. But we'll get this guy out of the box, and look at that. Yes. So yeah, this is a desperately needed model for MSP especially, but also for the other airports, because I did have the logo winglet one, but now it's nice to have one. Since still a majority of them don't have the logo on the winglet, it's nice to have one like this. But now we have one that I can use for both. Whatever scenario I need for an American 738, I can now use this one or the logo winglet one. And yeah, that color, that is a very nice color on this aircraft, I must say. Definitely Red River Aviation was correct on his assessment of the fantastic color of this model. So we'll get started with our review here. So we have our nose cone up here, we have our cockpit windows, some detailing for the pitot tubes, and also it's detailing for windshield wipers, so that's pretty nice. We have our nose landing gear doors and the nose landing gear itself, which rolls very nice, of course, because it is NG, and they do a great job of having their models roll. Always have to point that out, but it is very true, because we'll get to the Gemini next, and I kind of doubt that's going to roll well. We have our L1 boarding door right here with the One World logo next to that. Here is the Eagle for American Airlines, and then of course the American Billboard titles on the fuselage right there. We have our first class section and business class, and then going into the economy going back here, we have our overwing exits and exit paths. And then here we have our CFM56 engine. Also we have an antenna on the bottom there. We have our main landing gear right there, and then the two antennae on the bottom behind the gears. Of course, no stand hole on the NG 737s. They just choose not to do that on their 737s, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I would like there to be a stand hole, but it's not the biggest deal in the world that there isn't one. But the quality of the model is so much better than Gemini Jets that I would be okay with sacrificing the stand hole just to have this quality of model, because the NG 737s, I mean, all the NG models, they're just spectacular, but the 737s are definitely way better than the Gemini Jets ones in particular. But here we have the wing, of course, with all the appropriate details, and the winglet with no logo on it, as that is what this aircraft in real life has. I would assume maybe they have added winglets on them, because they are or maybe they added like the inside winglet, because they've also done that, but I'm not really sure. I didn't really look on like FlightAware or jet photos or anything before going on this to see if it actually has gotten the winglets, but I'd guess not, since the majority still don't. But we have the top antenna right there, we have our SATCOM dome, and then the stubby antenna in the back. We have the American flag and the registration, which does have a paint chip out of it. It is November 903, November. So that's an unfortunate paint chip right there, but it's also not very noticeable because it's on the registration, and that's a pretty tiny detail, but it is, I guess, a bit disappointing, but not really a big deal. And then we have our L2 door back here and the American Airlines tail. So yeah, it's their standard livery, nothing too special about it, but it is a very nice model here. NG did a fantastic job once again on their 737-800 here. And yeah, this is just fantastic. Definitely going to be looking forward to using this one at future airport updates, not only at MSP, but this aircraft flies to Fresno. Yeah, pretty much only Fresno and MSP. There are probably some other ones. Maybe Providence, although I don't really remember. I don't think Providence gets 737 800s from American, at least. But yeah, definitely MSP needed another one for that, and then I guess I'll use it maybe the fictional airport and other things like that. But it will be definitely used a lot in airport updates, so get ready to see this one coming up pretty soon in some future updates, because it will definitely be there. Then we'll get to our second model, and in my opinion the more exciting one, because this one is more of a personal connection to me. That is the United Express E175. Actually, by the time you're watching this video, I will have already, or I am about to, or I don't know where I am in the world by the time you're watching this, but I'm probably in Europe and have just flown on this plane. Not operated by SkyWest, but we'll get back to that later. But yes, I am so excited to finally have an E175 for United Express. This is a model that I have looked for desperately, and I wanted to get it at airline. Both these models I wanted to get at airliners, but I was too late. Coming on the last day, they didn't have any left. But yes, this one, very exciting. So glad that they had both of these at Prairie Diecast. Here's the inside pamphlet you can read up on your E175 facts and other stuff like that. And we have our model inside there. But other than that, it is just a standard Gemini Jets box. And this was a 2018 release. She didn't even know that it was that recent, but that is very nice. So we'll get this out of the box here. Hopefully no damage to this guy, and we look in good condition right here. So yes, it is in the old livery, and I think that is a good thing, because the new livery one did have the bad wings, the very unfortunate wing flex that the E175 had there for a while with Gemini Jets. Now they've improved it a little bit, but this one should be all good. So yes, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's my boy right here. So we have our nose cone up here, the cockpit windows, Starlance logo, and then here is the main gear, which particularly does not roll, but the nose gear rather does not roll. The main gear do roll, which is good to see, but still the nose gear is detailed well. We have our L1 boarding door right here with the little Wi-Fi sticker. We have the operated by SkyWest logo down there. The United Express titles up on top here. And then also we have, of course, our gold cheat line that goes all the way down the aircraft, and then the gray underbelly. Moving further back here, we have our wing and our engine, which is detailed very well. And then, of course, our winglet, which is the enhanced winglet on the E175, so that looks very nice. But yeah, not too much to go over on this aircraft, because it is pretty plain and it is pretty small as well. But we do have nice details on the wing itself for the flaps and all that. So there you go. They did a good job modeling this wing. Definitely a lot better than their later E175s. You can see the wing flex here is definitely a lot more realistic than the mold was from like 2020 to 2022, early 2022, and then they fixed it with the Alaska E175. At least they made it better. They also have the engines there, and landing lights and all that. So that's all good. Detailed. Really nothing going on back here. But we have our L2 door, and then the American flag registration number 163 Sierra Yankee, and then we have the Continental Globe tail, which looks fantastic. So yes, this is definitely one of my favorite liveries. I did fly in a United Express E175 back in the day, flying from MSP to Newark before going to Germany. The last time I was in Germany, I flew on this to Newark and then connecting on to another United Airlines flight. So I'll basically be doing the same thing, just through Dulles instead. It will be on this aircraft operated by Mesa, and I mean, you might already know that because I shared maybe something, at least a post, or like maybe some takeoff footage or something like that. I'm not really sure, but by the time you're watching this, I have already flown out to Europe, so that's exciting. And this was one of the planes that got me there, so great to see right here. I'm loving this aircraft already. So glad to have gotten it. Oh, and we also have, I guess we have some good details on the bottom as well. We have the wheel wells and all of this nice detail, and also like some, like these things which are molded in. I'm not sure what those are, but they are molded into the model. We have the very long antenna right here, the stand hold, the Gemini Jets logo. Also on the other side we have the luggage doors and all the other appropriate details for the E175. That is very nice. So now I have an E175 for United and American, so that means the only airline left that I need to get an E175 for is Delta, Gemini Jets. That would be fantastic if they did release that. I would probably get 2 of them, but we'll see when that comes. I'm with every release, I'm getting less and less optimistic that Gemini is actually going to be doing that. So we'll see if Gemini ever gets around to releasing a Delta Connection. Wow, Delta Connection E175. But United Express, they've had these for a while, and I'm glad to have flown on them. They're very nice, and very, at least to me, very visually appealing aircraft. So glad to have a model of it finally, and a good mascot of the channel, I guess. But yeah, that'll conclude our video today. Thank you all for checking this one out once again, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.